What's up? Welcome everybody to tonight's live stream. I am super excited tonight. I want to talk to you guys about manifestation and the number one manifestation hack. So I told some of you guys earlier in the week that Keely and I were going to be doing a live, I think it was Thursday or Friday, and the energy wasn't really aligned for that. And what I mean by that is we always have, but especially now, we're really transitioning our business over to being intuition led and guided. So, like, for example, today I'm coming on solo because Baby Love is in her hermit today. So, Baby Love is a 2-4 self projected projector. And with that line, too, there's a very important need to recluse, to go inward, and to create space. Welcome, everybody, jumping on and joining. As you jump on, if you could let me know your human design type and profile lines. So the lines are the two numbers that you'll have. It'll be like a 1, 4, 4, 6, 2, 4, 3, 5, 5, 1, something like that. Go ahead and stick those in the comments. And if you don't know yours, you guys on Instagram can go to divinerebelmovement.com and get a free report. It actually gives you a whole downloaded PDF. It's pretty great. And Baby Love is also watching. She's hermiting, but she's here with us holding space. She'll be posting that link in the chat. You'll be seeing it coming up pretty soon, my YouTube, Facebook viewers. So welcome, everybody. Baby Love, could you also share this out, I think, on your personal page? Maybe you've already done that. I'm just, welcome, hello, yes, welcome. Okay, so, oh, Baby Love, you're watching on Instagram. You know what I'm realizing is I actually need to post it. If it's going to go everywhere, you're going to have to jump from chat to chat to chat. So cancel, delete that. I will just do it right here so that it goes to everybody. It was a good idea, though, to have her doing that. Okay, I just sent that Facebook and YouTube. Welcome, everybody. So tonight we're going to be diving into the number one manifestation hack. And I'm excited to really explain the nuances of this. I put out a reel 2 days ago, I think, about this. I'm like wearing a red apron. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. It might not be on Instagram yet, but it's on TikTok and Facebook. And basically what I'm saying in that reel is what we're going to kind of dive deeper into today and unpack. And I'm going to give you a lot of examples. So in the work that I do with clients, it's not about information. It's not about what do we understand about manifestation or this concept. It's about application. It's about embodiment. So we utilize a lot of real life examples and application to show you how we implement these principles and concepts into our individuality, as well as into our marriage, into our family, and into our business, so that it can really help you have that 360 view on how to live your best life. So this manifestation hack, in the reel, I'm basically explaining that people will get these methods, right? They're like going to do the 369 journaling method. So if you haven't heard of that, you write a affirmation of what you're manifesting 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times at night. I'm actually doing it right now. And the idea is to do this consistently every single day, and then you manifest what you want. You may have heard of Napoleon Hill's strategy, where you take a 3x5 card and you write what you're manifesting in the present tense as if it's happened. A lot of you have heard this, right? And then you put it in your pocket. There's meditation hacks, right? You visualize it in the morning, you bring in the energy, you feel the feelings as if. Are there any that I'm missing? Those of you who are joining me here, what types of things, what types of hacks or strategies have you heard for how to manifest? Another one I've heard is you set an alarm 4 times a day, 3 times a day. And when the alarm goes off, you imagine the thing as if it's manifested. You jump up and down, you freak out, and you act as if, right? These are all amazing little hacks and strategies. But the focus on them is on an external doing versus the foundational principle that is the key to unlocking, manifesting what it is that you want. So, and it's pretty simple. And I'm going to give you a couple of different angles of examples on how you can really do this. So again, I want to ground in and remind you guys that the way that you look at things is everything. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And the things that your mind is telling you are horrific, bad, awful, doomsday situations, when looked at in a different light, can become an opportunity and can actually assist you in creating more of what you want now with ease. Good or good? So this principle that we're going to be talking about is the idea of it is your energy, it's your alignment that manifests, not what you're doing. So I'm going to use a couple of examples. So out there in the world, and this is why differentiation is so important, you guys. We've talked about this. Moving into 2024, it's all going to be about differentiation. How are you distinguishing yourself? How are you honoring your uniqueness and stepping into that? So the example is like self-care, right? So you'll see people out there with like 75 hard. A gal that I'm like receiving vicarious mentoring through right now just said this the other day in her live. She said, 75 hard is a undefined ego's system for proving that they can follow through and accomplish things. So it's like a not self theme. So this is something in your chart. For those of you who know or don't know, you can go run your human design chart. It's here in the links on this live. And basically 75 hard is used to like prove that you can like follow through or complete something, because people with defined egos that don't have not self theme, which means they don't have programming, they don't have collective bullshit, they don't have like fear frequencies interfering with them. The defined ego doesn't need to prove anything. It doesn't need to prove that it can follow through with anything to feel like a badass, to feel worthy of receiving, to feel worthy of self-care, to feel any of those things. So this is such an important distinction. So when it comes to manifesting, there are things that you've been programmed to do. And, God bless the coaches. God bless the healers and the trainers out there that are teaching law of attraction manifestation, that find a technique or strategy that works and then teach that. It's helpful. It's getting information out there, but there is a shadow side to people thinking this like one size fits all. So I saw this the other day because I'm doing the 369 method. It was a busy day. I was in the middle of preparing for a birthday party and my alarm went off to go through do 369. And the minute the alarm went off, I had this story come in that was like, if you don't do your 369 journaling, you will not manifest. And right then I could see like the not self, right? That's the distorted thought that comes in. And I looked at it. So instead of running from it or avoiding it or ignoring it, and again, these guys, I hope you're listening. These are little key insights in for yourself of how to alchemize and how to transform the shit in your life you don't like to turn that shit into gold. I turn and I face it, right? If there's something you don't like about yourself, something you don't like in your life, the invitation is to turn and to look at it head on, face on, and walk right into that. Walk into the thing that you're afraid of. Like a lot of people, I know a lot of you that are watching this want to be influencers, want to share your message, want to get your gifts and your work out there, but you are so afraid of no views. You're so afraid of going live and having 0 views, 0 people watching you. You're afraid of 0 comments or 0 reactions, and you're afraid of starting somewhere and just being willing to be a beginner and being willing to do it messy. So when it comes to law of attraction manifestation, we have the opportunity to understand that it is the way we're thinking about what we're doing that matters, not what we're actually doing. It's not what you're doing, it's how you're being. And you can be anyway doing anything. So I used this example a couple of days ago. In 2017, my grandmother passed away unexpectedly. And during the week of her funeral, it was like a 5 to 6 day window where I had a lot of family flying in, planning. We were planning the funeral, and then we had the funeral, and then we had a couple days afterwards where we were going through her estate and all of her things. So a bunch of family was in town. I also had a few client calls as well as like continuing to grow my business. And in that week, I had a $30,000 week, and I actually worked the least that week than I had in a while because I had all these funeral things going on. That week I was very sad. I was very depressed. I was very discouraged. And yet I still manifested. And out there, there's this like rah, rah, whoop-de-doo-dah day. You have to be happy to manifest, and it's bullshit. If you had $1 million, and this is how I alchemized this at the time, because I was afraid, because I was in the middle of a launch, that, you know, things weren't going to come through and this next group wasn't going to fill because I was busy with all of this funeral stuff and my vibe was so low, right? And so what happened is I faced that fear, just like I'm telling you I did when I was baking the cake, right? I faced that fear and I looked it straight in the face and I thought, okay, if I was a millionaire right now, if I had $1 million cash sitting in the bank, would I still feel sad about my grandma passing? Yes, I would. Absolutely. So if I'm acting as if I'm a millionaire, as millionaire me, I would give myself permission to feel these fucking feelings and to take this time in this space to really honor the memory of my grandma. Right? Are you guys with me? This is making sense. So asking yourself that question right now, like if you're wanting to manifest the body of your dreams, let's say, if you had the body of your dreams, how would you take care of it? How would you dress it? How would you feed it? What would you do? Asking this question can help you get aligned very, very quickly. It's like a radical alignment method is asking that. And again, this is still tips and tricks and strategies. The number one manifestation hack is to understand that it is your being, not what you're doing, that determines what you manifest next. So for example, we talked about this, Baby Love and I were talking about this last night. We're talking about like skincare routines and getting ready for bed and brushing teeth. And we have a really high standard of self-care. And we have a lot of great routines and habits around washing our face, brushing our teeth, all of that, right? And that is an act of self-love and an act of self-care. And what we were talking about the other night is that, you know, sometimes just going to bed with your makeup on, not brushing your teeth, and just allowing yourself to crash out can be a form of self-care. It can be a form of honoring how tired you are in that moment. It's not about what you're doing, it's the reason. So if you're feeling like inadequate, if you're not feeling good enough, if you're in all this lack, so you don't take care of yourself, then you are being that vibration of low self-worth, low self-love, and that's what you'll manifest more of. Good. Now, this another example of this is, you know, as a mental projector and as a projector in general, very sensitive to my environment, right? They say like clean house, clean mind, right? Like organized space, organized mind, all of those things that, you know, our environment impacts everybody, but especially more sensitive are types. You become your environment. So it's not just like nice or helpful. It's necessary for it to be a certain way. And the other night, I like to have the entire living room and the kitchen, everything straightened up, dishes done and everything ready for the next morning. And that's like a self-love thing. I was so tired that night that I was like, yeah, leaving this here and giving myself permission to just walk away without guilt, without stories of inadequacy, without self-beat up. It has to be without all those things, being the full permission to honor myself. That was self-love. That was self-care. You guys following these examples? The nuances and the subtleties of these mechanics are everything. So as you are going about manifesting your next level, your next capacity to receive abundance, love, joy, etc., realize that it's not what you're doing. You can be in the mind trying to control it all day long, right? Get in your head, you're dead. We're getting out of the mind and back into our intuition. So if you are stuck in your mind creating this to-do list, like, oh, if I do this, then I do this, and then I do this, then I get the reward at the end, right? Like be a good girl, be nice, do this, do my meditating, check, 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 check. Okay, universe, where's my reward? Give it to me. Where is it? If you're in that energy, you are going to struggle to manifest. You're going to be withholding it because you're actually in the energy that there's all these things I need to do to have it, instead of being in the energy that it's already mine. It's already yours. So as I start to wrap up this live stream, what I want to say to you is that your 2024, and especially the decisions and the way you align your energy in December, really sets up your next year. There's a lot of people that go into the next year and it's like 2 to 3 weeks before they're actually really in any momentum because of the way that they show up in December, the way they burn themselves out emotionally, the way that they force and push things. They come into the new year, and about the second or third week, this mental thing kicks in that's like, oh, I should be doing certain things. I should be setting goals. I should be manifesting. I should be creating. Should. And it creates this huge pressure cooker for them, and they start getting in a force energy, and they set all these goals like to lose weight, to read one book a week, and all this loud bullshit. And it's the mind that's deciding their system. So in the work that Keely and I do, we have a 3-step approach. We have 3 key pillars. It's the AAA pillars of transformation. And the first one is authenticity, which is really knowing and owning your authentic self. And a lot of this is, doing deep identity work, coming to understand and sift and sort what was my parents, what was my father, what was my mother, what was the school, what was my religion, and getting out all the not you so you can see and know and own you. And then from there, the next thing we move into is authority. You being back into being the authority in your life, that sovereign energy. So again, there's more deconditioning work there to make sure that the media isn't deciding what your fashion sense is or your style or your design, that your parents aren't dictating what you believe in or the career that you have. Really doing that shadow work. And not only that, it's about reclamation, going along your timeline and bringing the pieces, parts, and aspects of you that have been left there, feeling stuck there. Like if you find yourself acting your inner child a lot, right? Like you're like, oh, that's my 13-year-old just raging out right now. These are signs that we have some reclamation work to do along your timeline to bring those aspects back to yourself. If you're still stuck somewhere and not all of you is here, you don't have all your power and you don't have all your authority. So we get to bring all of that home. And the third and final pillar is aligned action. And this is about having systems in your life, and not just systems that are structural to do things. This is about having a way of being, a flexible system, and a go-to algorithm for how you navigate life, how you navigate pain, how you navigate disappointment, how you make decisions, and having that structured for you individually, uniquely. This is why the mentorship is so powerful, because you get that one-to-one personalized guidance. So on that note, the reason why I'm going live today on a Saturday is because Inner Circle doors are open. They will be open for all of December. However, the bonus of having a one-to-one human design, I guess it's 1 to 2, because Keely and I will both be there, human design reading session, that bonus goes away after Sunday night at midnight. So whenever you're watching this weekend, it's the 2nd and 3rd of December, just know that. There are a lot of options for Inner Circle. You can do 6 months or you can do a full year, and there's payment options. The bonus is good for any of those. You sign up, you commit, you get in, you get that bonus session where we take a deep look at your charts and we help you get set up honoring your unique design. And then we have 6 months or a year to help you integrate those things, and in an amazing group setting. So no more one size fits all. Exactly. I am going to post the Inner Circle link really quickly on here. So 2024, again, you're going to hear me say this a lot. It is about differentiation. It is about honoring your uniqueness and your unique design. If you are still struggling to make decisions in your life and you're not trusting yourself, my invitation to you is to get mentorship. And it doesn't have to be with me, and it doesn't have to be here. My advice and guidance is find a mentor that understands your uniqueness. I've invested a lot of money in coaches that didn't recognize or understand that I was a projector. And so I have built a lot of funnels and a lot of systems. I've done a lot of launches as a generator, and they worked-ish, and I made pretty good money, but there was always burnout on the back end. And this next year is really going to be about embodiment and not working against your own energy, working with it, working with your uniqueness. So if that calls to you, Inner Circle, having a mentor in your corner that's guiding you, that's there in your life, seeing into you, and it's not just me, it's Keely as well. So 2 projector mentors seeing into you. Inner Circle is my invitation to you. It's an amazing opportunity to get some behind the scenes support and some deep recognition and permission to live your authentic best life. Okay. We do a lot of work with entrepreneurs. Inner Circle is not just for entrepreneurs. We also have available right now Projector Academy. Those of you who are projectors, I can't recommend this enough. If you're a projector, we just need to book a call together. So Baby Love has a link to, could you post that link, baby, for the intake form? If you are a projector, we just need to get in touch anyways. I just want to be on the phone with you and oracally connect with you around the importance and the potency of you standing in your design. There's a call for projectors right now, really waking up and standing as guides on this planet. So if that's you, I invite you to deeply consider, ask your authority, like you'll already know. That's the thing is we don't even need to sell features anymore. We don't even need to have calls explaining anything. Your intuition already knows what's aligned for you, and the opportunity is to trust that. You've spent a lot of your life second guessing yourself and getting in your head about it. And again, if you're struggling to know and own your authority, I invite you to get into Inner Circle, because these are the things that we assist you in doing, sorting through those voices and reclaiming your authority and your sovereignty so that you're in the driver's seat of your own freaking life. All right, good. And was there anything else? Just Projector Academy. Oh, I did want you to know we are in pre-registration for our Divine Union Retreat. That is where we are working with couples, 2 couples and 2 individuals that are single that are looking to manifest their divine union partner in 2024. That retreat is coming up at the end of March. It's either the 2nd or the 3rd weekend in March. It will be a luxury destination, all-inclusive, incredible experience. So if you're a couple or even a single that's knowing you're going to be aligning to your divine partnership, shoot me a message. You actually fill out that intake form. Go ahead and just fill that out as well. And let me know that you did. And we will get set up for a time to connect and to talk and to hear about your vision, to hear about your struggles, your challenges, and see what we can create for you. A customized individual system and plan to create that success, that impact that you've been really wanting for your life so that you can leave a legacy and live your legacy, not just leave it, but live it. So that is what I have for you guys tonight. Thank you for being here. Be sure, as always, to check this out. Spread the love. Have an amazing weekend, and we'll talk to you guys again really soon. Bye.